Carebara diversa, also known as Asian Marauder ants, a species known for swarming prey, huge polymorphism, and making epic trails. Sadly, our current setup doesn't give much room for trails. Guess it's time to change that. Welcome to the crafting ant. For those who don't know our colony, a quick recap. We got the colony from our friends at the Ant Merchant. A one queen colony. We moved them into a small setup with a small white-tongue flex nest. Within a few weeks we replaced a small outworld with a large outworld to make feeding and cleaning easier. We decorated this outworld with gypsum, red sand and some fake plants. In a later video we added a medium gypsum flex nest because the small nest was overflowing. And not much later we added a large gypsum flex nest. One of the coolest traits of the Diversa are the trails. A favorite route made by pheromones. All sizes of workers walk in a line to their worksite. But with this outworld and these numbers, the trails are overflowing and disappearing. So we need to make a change to the setup. But first, let's see how it looks now. The outworld is messy. Time to clean. The ants need a source of water. That's why the drinkers are there. But as more species do, it's also a place for them to put their trash. So let's take them out first. Then we brush all the leftover trash in one corner and scoop it up. If you put that in a container with a barrier, then you can get all the strays out of the trash again. In the nest, you can see that we had a bit of a die-off. Less brood than before, but nothing to worry about. We are just power feeding them now. And you still see brood in all stages. But this does mean that a nest expansion is not necessary. And in the small nest, they are even expanding it themselves. The white tongue is being chewed on for months now. But the nest is holding firm. And as a setup manufacturer, this is the best test. Now for the expansion. A lot of our members said that they would like a second connector on our outworld. And as of today, the medium and large outworld now have room for 2 connectors. And if we add an outworld between the nest and the existing outworld, and we are making room for trails again. To fit our first outworld, I wanted to decorate it. Again with red desert sand and with some rocks to make a trench-like corridor. First I mixed up some gypsum. And now we are adding sand to make the color more red. A small disclaimer, this outworld can hold gypsum very well, but make sure it's gypsum that does not expand a lot. It can make gaps or even break the plexiglass or the printed parts. Let's pour the gypsum. We start with a thin layer and start spreading it out in the corners. Then we add more. If you pour it all at once, you can get air bubbles, but it's also harder to get it in the corners. Pour the last in there and make sure everything's covered. Then, time for the rocks. And the last step is adding a thick layer of red sand. And don't worry, you can't put too much, because when everything's dry, just take a brush and brush the loose sand off. Now for the fun part, building the new setup. But first we need to split the nest from the Outworld. We leave the H connector connected to the nest. As soon as we lift the nest connector out of the Outworld, we slide on the H stopper, a cover specially made for this job. In the Outworld, we place a blind. Let's connect the two Outworlds together. For this, you do need a long Allen key, like the screwdriver we are selling in our shop. Don't forget to pick up the strays. Right away, the exploring started, but no trails yet. To keep the confusion down, let's quickly connect the nest to the Outworld. And this is easy. Just a few ends, we're in the Outworld. We take out the blind and just press the nest connector in the Outworld. And the H stopper will just slide off. Bolt it down and we are almost done. To make the two Outworlds into one, we just need to place a coupler. 6 bolts out, coupler on, and 6 longer bolts in. Now, the setup is done. Let's see some trails. By the way, thanks to our member and friend Ebola, this colony is now called the Swarm. The trail is showing a bit past the top rocks. In all excitement, I forgot to show the whole setup. So here it is, and I just gave them some red runners. Do you see the trail starting? And then this is what happened. What an epic trail. All the items in this video are available on our website, thecraftingant.com. Another cool thing is that we have a section in our Discord for ideas. And if you have an idea that is good enough for me to make, you get a copy for free. To name some, the Jaw Drinker, the H Stopper, etc. So join us on Discord for ideas, information, fun, and more content. And of course, like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Thank you for watching, and see you next time on The Crafting Ant.